He's 18, he throws darts, and he's already made more money than most people see in a lifetime. But this isn't luck, it's domination. He's crushed legends, shattered records, hijacked headlines, and while most teens are revising for exams, he's cashing six-figure checks on live TV. But just how rich is Luke Littler? The numbers don't seem real until you see the list. Tournament payouts, brand deals, viral bonuses, and one income source nobody saw coming. Luke Littler was born on January 21st, 2007 in the town of Runcorn, England, and raised in nearby Warrington. His dad drove taxis, his mum sold scented candles, not exactly a high-performance sports household. But Luke, he was different from the start. By the age of just 18 months, his father handed him a magnetic dartboard from a pound shop. That small plastic toy proved to be the gateway to something massive. At 6, Luke hit his first 180. That's not a typo. At an age when most kids are learning their times tables, he was maxing out scoring rounds. By 10, he was training at the St. Helens Darts Academy, a facility that helped shape legends like Michael Smith and Dave Chisnall. Within a few short years, Luke wasn't just competing in under-21 events, he was dominating them. At 13, he hit his first 9-darter, perfection in darts. For context, even professionals struggle to hit that. A year later, in 2019, he won the England Youth Grand Prix and the Isle of Man Masters. By 2021, at just 14, he captured his first senior title at the Win Mao Irish Open. And if you're wondering where the nickname the Nuke came from, it was cooked up in a pub with his dad when he was around 13. Luke Littler, Luke the Nuke. It just clicked, and from that moment, the name stuck. But it was just a warm-up. What was coming next would launch him into the big leagues and into the wallets of sponsors and promoters worldwide. Before 2023, Luke Littler was a rising star in the darts world, but still relatively unknown outside of hardcore fans. That all changed in December when the 16-year-old wildcard entry showed up at the PDC World Darts Championship and shook the entire sport. The venue, Alexandra Palace, known to fans as the Ali Pali. Over 3,000 people packed the hall, dressed like cartoon characters and roaring like they were at a rock concert. Luke stepped in as an underdog. He left as a viral sensation. He wiped out Christian Kiss 3-0 in his debut, then beat UK Open champ Andrew Gilding 3-1. But it wasn't just the scorelines catching attention, it was his composure, his technique, and yes, his face. The internet exploded with memes. "How is this kid 16?" they asked. "He looks like a bloke who's got 2 mortgages and yells at teenagers on Xbox Live." He followed that up by crushing Matt Campbell 4-1, then stunned 5-time world champ Raymond van Barneveld 4-1 in the round of 16. The chants rolled in. "You've got school in the morning," except he didn't. Luke had left school earlier that year without GCSEs. His classmates had voted him most likely to be famous. Looks like they were onto something. In the quarters, he dismantled Brendan Dolan. In the semis, he blew past Rob Cross 6-2. Now he was 1 win away from the title and £500,000. The final, a battle of the Lukes, Littler versus Luke Humphreys. Despite the power of Pitbull blasting during his walkout and the entire crowd behind him, Littler fell short. He lost 7-4. But let's be real, no one was talking about the loss. They were talking about the 16-year-old who went from ranked 164th to 4th in the world, pocketing £200,000 in the process. This was no fluke the Nuke. The year of Littler had officially arrived. After that incredible debut at the World Championship, most young athletes might take a break, soak in the fame, maybe lose focus. Not Luke. He came back in 2024 like a man on a mission, and that mission, win everything. And he almost did. Just weeks after the World Championship, Luke travelled to Bahrain for his World Series debut. He didn't just show up, he dominated. He hit a 9-darter in the very first leg of his quarter-final match, becoming the youngest player in history to achieve a televised 9-dart finish. Think of it like pitching a perfect game in your rookie season. He capped off that tournament by defeating 3-time world champ Michael van Gerwen 8-5 in the final, earning £20,000 and proving that his Ali Pali performance wasn't just a fairy tale. Then came the avalanche. He won the Premier League darts title, pocketing £315,000. Then the Grand Slam of Darts, another £150,000. He swept the UK Open, taking home £110,000 after a dominating 11-2 victory against James Wade. Add the World Series finals, Players' Championship finals, Austrian and Belgian Opens, and you're looking at a trophy cabinet that could give veterans nightmares. And then, on January 3rd, 2025, Just days before his 18th birthday, Luke Littler did what no teenager had ever done before. He won the PDC World Darts Championship. Facing Michael van Gerwen once again, Littler delivered a near-flawless performance and claimed the Sid Waddell Trophy with a 7-3 victory. The prize, £500,000. By that point, his earnings from just prize money had already exceeded £1.3 million. That's not even counting brand deals or sponsorships, just cold hard winnings from the Oki. To put it simply, Luke Littler wasn't just the future of darts, he was already its present. Tournament wins made Luke Littler a star, but endorsements, that's what made him rich. By early 2025, brands were lining up to get a piece of the Nuke. And the deals weren't small change either. Some came with 6-figure paydays before Luke was even old enough to legally buy a pint. His biggest sponsor? Boohoo Man, the British fast fashion giant. In March 2025, they signed Luke to a major endorsement deal. It wasn't just a poster partnership. He became a brand ambassador, did photo shoots, wore their clothes during media appearances, and starred in digital campaigns. The reported value? Well into 6 figures. Next up, Xbox. Yes, the gaming juggernaut. Luke, a proud FIFA grinder, teamed up with the console king itself. Alongside that came KP Nuts, a beloved British snack brand. Their logo started appearing on his shirts, banners, and in social media collabs. And then there was the Sidemen. YouTube's mega group of creators enlisted Luke to star in an ad for their cereal brand, Best Cereal. The spot, Luke casually throwing darts while eating cereal like a pro. It wasn't just funny, it was viral. That single ad connected him with millions of young fans outside of the darts scene. But the list does not end. His match shirts have been filled with logos, prestige building supplies, fan cave memorabilia, Falcon tires, and others. While not every deal hit headlines, the cumulative total of these sponsorships added up fast. His Instagram, already soaring past 1.9 million followers, became a marketing goldmine. Each post, each story, each appearance became valuable ad space. In the space of 1 year, Luke went from getting free t-shirts to modeling high street fashion and getting paid handsomely for it. And remember, this is all before his 18th birthday. Now, winning trophies and securing big name sponsorships is one thing, but turning yourself into a brand, that's a whole different level. And Luke Littler has done exactly that. At the heart of it all is his partnership with Target Darts, one of the biggest darts equipment manufacturers in the world. Not only is Luke sponsored by them, but he has his own official line of signature darts. The Littler G1 series quickly became a bestseller, with fans eager to throw what the champ throws. And they don't stop at darts. Matching flights, stems, and accessories, all branded with Luke's name, are available for purchase. Every sale, that means royalties. Every collector's edition dartboard, that's money in the bank. Merchandise has become a major part of his income. Target Darts even released official Luke Littler 2025 shirts, dart wallets, and limited edition apparel. Meanwhile, Fan Cave Memorabilia signed him for exclusive autograph deals, offering signed photos, posters, and framed jerseys. And yes, those things sell out fast. Even his playing shirts became walking billboards. With logos from Xbox, KP Nuts, Sidemen, and Boohoo Man, every match was both a sporting event and a marketing campaign. And behind the scenes, these sponsors weren't just giving out free gear, they were paying for premium exposure. It's the kind of branding that you usually see in football or Formula 1, not darts. But that's exactly the point. Luke isn't just a player, he's a product, a personality, and a marketing machine. And when your face is on posters, your gear is in fan carts, and your walkout song is getting airplay, well, let's just say the merch sales start to look a lot like championship prize money. Luke Littler's story isn't just being written in the history books of darts, it's also playing out in the feeds, streams, and screens of millions of fans worldwide. After his breakout performance at the World Championship, media outlets couldn't get enough of him. From appearances on the Jonathan Ross Show to charity specials like Comic Relief, Luke was suddenly a household name. And with every appearance came a fresh paycheck and another spike in popularity. He's been featured in documentaries, podcast interviews, and international sports coverage. BBC, Sky Sports, ESPN, you name it, they've covered him. These appearances may not have the flashy prize money attached, but the exposure they bring is priceless. And many of them come with appearance fees or licensing deals too. And then there's social media. In just a few weeks, Luke went from around 4,000 Instagram followers to over 1.9 million. Let that sink in. From obscurity to influencer level reach practically overnight. With that kind of following, every post becomes a revenue stream. Sponsored content, brand collabs, product placements. Luke's feed turned into a billboard that brands are desperate to appear on. Even his girlfriend Eloise, herself a darts enthusiast, found herself in the spotlight. After the tabloids dug into their relationship, Luke defended her in national interviews, proving he could handle the pressure both on and off the stage. It was a crash course in fame, and Luke passed with flying colours. And let's not forget John Cena. Yes, that John Cena. After Luke mentioned being inspired by him, Cena posted a cryptic Instagram photo of Luke, without a caption, just a subtle nod from one global star to another. Luke wasn't just trending, he was turning those trends into income, influence, and impact. Despite being a teenager, Luke Littler has handled more pressure than most veteran athletes. He's been called overrated, he's had his personal life dragged through headlines, he's been memed, mocked, and mobbed by cameras. But none of it shook him. Instead, he kept throwing darts like a killer and speaking like a pro. In a sport once dismissed as pub entertainment, Luke became the face of its future. With every televised win and every viral highlight, he brought in a fresh wave of fans, many who had never even watched darts before. He didn't just win, he rewrote what darts could mean. That's the real power of the Nuke, and the numbers back it up. As of 18, Luke Littler has earned more than £1.3 million in tournament prize money alone. Add in six-figure endorsement deals, merchandise royalties from his own signature darts, modeling contracts, sponsored content, and commercial appearances, and you're looking at a net worth estimated near what, £2 to £3 million. Even the Professional Darts Corporation doubled their World Championship prize from £500,000 to £1 million, specifically citing the surge in popularity sparked by Luke's rise. He's not just a prodigy, he's the richest teen in darts history. But while Luke rose to fame with pure skill and focus, not everyone played by the rules. For every honest champion like Luke, there are players who've tried to cheat the game, caught fixing matches, throwing legs, and cashing in behind the scenes. And when they got caught, the fallout was brutal. Watch our next video, corrupt darts players caught in darts, match fixing scandals. Trust me, you won't see the game the same way again.